Welcome to TTR Networking's Authentic Videocast. I am Nicole Williams, along with my co-hosts, Don Evans Casey and Jennifer Johnson. Jennifer, how's it going?
It is going very well. We're excited to be back. You always have the giggles, don't you?
I can't help it.
It's Friday. It's Friday. And we have a very special guest. Actually, I'm so excited that we are able to get him because I know he's getting really busy. We have Arec Ligon. Is that right?
You nailed it, yeah.
I nailed it. You have been in TTR for a few years, and every time somebody says, "Is that Arec?" I say, "Yes, it's Arec." Now, the last name's a little tricky, but you are the Chief Entertainment Officer of Deadly Distractions of Indianapolis, which we are so glad to have you, although that is quite a unique name, I would definitely.
Thank you. Pleasure is mine to be here chatting with you today.
Oh, thank you. Well, we're excited to get going. You know, the three of us know you pretty well. We've known you for a little bit of time, but our listeners, our viewers don't know that. So can you tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do? Tell us about this Deadly Distraction stuff, and how is the state of the COVID-19 made a difference in your business? And actually, we're happy to say, I think we're kind of starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but share what you can, Arec. Take it away.
Yeah. We're all very grateful to be moving back closer to normalcy, but I started this company last year actually as an entertainment business, and what I do is host murder mystery party games for social events and business events, and I also do creative writing workshops. My clients include people that are looking for team building, social marketing, birthdays, holiday parties. And COVID, since I've only kicked this into full time, COVID hasn't had too much of an impact. But as I write my stories that people participate in, I do it with a mind towards leaving things open for virtual play. So that option is still available for people who aren't yet comfortable going out. COVID has definitely changed the way that a lot of us do things, and I think change is good.
Yeah, well, I had the pleasure of being part of one of them, and I heard about the other one. I know you've done more, so that's pretty exciting. So go ahead, Nicole.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, Arec, we're so glad you're here.
Thanks, Nicole.
You're welcome. Okay, so our show is about authenticity, and we wonder what authenticity means to you and your business.
Yeah, this is an interesting question to ask a performer and someone that hosts parties. And I wonder if a lot of people listening might have that kind of imposter syndrome feeling as they go about, marketing themselves and building relationships. And I can just talk a little bit about how I view that. I put myself into my work and my games, and it's an expression of what I do. And I might, change up a different style for a different party, but all of it is from me. And I try to stay true to my values. And I think most importantly, when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And as far as being authentic goes, you can't get much better than that.
No, you can't. Thank you.
I love that. I'm actually a performer too. And I mean, I don't do that. I don't do what Arec does, but stay true to your values and do what you say you're going to do. I love that. Okay. Yeah.
Arec, this is Dawn. Welcome to our videocast.
Thank you, Dawn. Good to see you again.
So nice to see you as well. I'm wondering, I know when I first met you, I was immediately intrigued just by the name of your business and wanted to know more. So can you share with our listening audience, how do you usually find or interact with new clients or potential new customers?
Yeah, it's tough as a startup to get that client base going. And what I'm doing right now is just trying to get as many eyeballs as I can. And a very proven method for doing that is just putting content out there. And I really like educational content. So I'm building YouTube videos, I'm promoting my creative writing workshop, and trying to present myself as someone who is an expert providing entertainment and hosting parties. And I hope that those avenues are effective. Aside from that, doing a lot of networking, I've gone to a lot of different TTR groups, and I have met tons of great people. We have connected on one-to-one meetings, and I've gotten to share what I do in those group meetings as well. And that's been very productive for me.
Great. Great. Well, I can say for sure, in the time that I've known you, I've experienced your creativity and some pretty interesting stories and commentary. So I appreciate you sharing that with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know what? And I was going to say, I think you already alluded to it a little bit, Arec. The pretty much, I have like 3 or 4 or 5, 6, I don't know, questions that are all kind of one big thing. And so I'll just kind of lay it out there to you. I'll just lay it out there. I've got the peanut gallery here. Okay. Sorry. I have no children. I have a husband that just arrived and he's trying to talk to me. But anyway, the question is, I'm not sure how you found TTR. I have an idea. I think usually I can remember, like, when did I meet this person? And how are you involved? You've kind of talked about that. I mean, we've said you're a member. You've been a member for a little while. If there are certain things, and it might be a TTR networking, but what do you look for in your networking? You do a lot of networking right now, and I know that you're involved in TTR, and I'm glad to hear that you're meeting good people, because if they're not good people, we need to know about it. We'll get them out of here, but I'm joking. But we do need to know, but I'm glad that you're meeting. And then if you have a story or something, maybe about something, I've actually heard a few stories recently about you, not bad ones, good ones, and I'm like, yes, it's working, so and share those, because I don't know the details exactly, but maybe those are your stories too. Anything you can share? Because
absolutely. I have been to a lot of networking groups, and your listeners know that they have a lot of options when it comes to connecting with other people, especially in a city as big as Indianapolis, and even as you're expanding into other cities. But I picked TTR 2 years ago out of all of the other groups I attended to join because of the emphasis on relationship building. Most of the other groups, I would say they were a little lighter on that. It was still a component, but not quite as strong. And building relationships is important to me. It's how I like to do business, and I think I get more meaningful business from that. And yes, I do have a story I want to share. I almost left TTR for good last fall. And if maybe a lot of people will relate to this, but things were really hard during the pandemic and the lockdown and things like that.
Yeah,
and
it was.
I had a months-long health hiatus where I didn't feel like I had the capacity to continue networking and put myself into the group. And my group leader actually reached out several times, at least once a month during that time, to check on me, ask how my health was doing. And she wasn't selling me. She wasn't trying to get me back. She was genuinely concerned. So shout out to my group leader, Angie McHale, for keeping me involved in TTR. And for people that do care about the relationship side of business, it's been a good spot.
Good. And you know what? I'm, like I said before, I was so happy to hear that, because I really didn't do a very good job. I knew you had some health challenges, and I just kind of thought my biggest, and this is horrible to say this on the recording, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm always worried somebody's going to leave, and then I feel bad. Like, what, so here he's gone. I know he's sick, and I'm thinking, I should be reaching out, but am I doing it? No. And then I'm thinking, thank God for good people. And I know we have a lot of them, but it's really nice to hear that that was a reason that you stuck around. So thank you. I'm glad to hear that. And you look like you're feeling better. So that's good too.
Yes, thank you. I'm doing very well now.
Good to hear that. Okay. Well, I don't even have, I didn't even tell him I'd pay him for it or anything. So he even came up with that story without it.
I'll bill you, sure.
You are starting a new business. You need to get all the income you can. So there you go. Take it away, Dawn.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Arec, I know that you're familiar being involved with TTR networking for the last couple of years. You're very well aware that one of the big tenets of our networking organization is about giving back to nonprofits and community groups, and being active integrally with not only serving customers and clients, but being of value and benefit to all. So I'm curious, what nonprofits and community groups are you particularly interested in? And what has your group perhaps done, or you've done individually, demonstrating that give back?
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity here to plug a few of my causes. I have an event coming up soon. I'm not sure when this will be recorded. It'll probably be too late, but I've actually been a member of the Sunrise Optimist Club for 7 years now. Mm-hmm. And I have raised probably close to $10,000 for them for the benefit of children's organizations around Indianapolis. So I care a lot, and I do what I can. I give a lot of my time and a few of my dollars to those things. And I have an event coming up to support that group. I am also a support group leader for the Spondylitis Association of America, and we call ourselves Warriors. And as far as nonprofits go, they do a lot of advocacy work, and they do a lot of support for people like me who have to be warriors in their daily lives.
What is it?
Spondylitis Association of America.
Association of America. Okay. Association of America. Okay, that's interesting. Is that something that, is that, I'm being very nosy. Is that what your is that your medical? Is that, because I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I don't have any problem talking about it, and I did bring it up. But yes, I have an autoimmune disease, and
okay,
I think it's something like a few percent of Americans that have this autoimmune condition. So we're talking about hundreds of thousands of people across the United States that suffer from this, and it's not very well researched. And support is something that a lot of those folks are looking for as they try to find a new equilibrium to go through life in.
Wow. Well, and it's so cool that you've done so much for. Wow, that is cool. The things we find out on these recordings.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Wow. Take it away, Nicole. I think we're speechless. I'm like sitting here thinking, wow, I don't know if I've ever heard of that. I'll have to
I don't think I have too. That's yeah. Let's see. Well, I'm sure our viewers are wondering, right, this moment, how do we get in contact with Arec? What are some good ways to reach you? And like, you have a website. I know you have a cool website.
Yeah, I'm actually spending a lot of time on content creation right now. So you can find me on most of the social media platforms. So if you search for Deadly Distractions on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Eventbrite, you'll be able to find me there.
Eventbrite, okay.
And YouTube is actually where you'll find a lot of my educational content. I think everyone could use a little bit more distraction in their lives, especially these days. And if I can help someone else host their own party with a few friendly tips, then I'm happy to do that. My website is deadlydistractions.com, and you can get in touch with me through that website. And I think that might be about everything.
That is awesome. And also our ttrnetworking.com, and you are in the Uptown Connectors group. Is that right?
Uptown? That's correct. Yes.
We're working on your bio though, right?
Oh yeah, I have homework to do. I need to bring
Me
it up to
too.
speed with all of my new things that I'm adding into my business.
Well, and we're also
Awesome.
going to be doing some stuff on the website that is going to hopefully be drawing more people. So this is a good time to be doing that, making sure that it is up to date, because we certainly want to make sure. And we want to make sure when somebody's looking that they're looking and seeing exactly what you do. So, I mean, obviously that's it. So, you know what? As I'm sitting here listening though, we've all been on, were we all, no, I don't know if Dawn was on the call, because our last leaders meeting, Arec kind of led us in the creative thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can synopsize that, but you haven't really shared that. I mean, that's literally,
I'm gonna say, if you want to, I know it's not one of the questions. He
yes,
recently came to our meeting, our Building Beyond, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun. He had like slides, and he kind of had us like pick out a theme, and it's just amazing because nobody had any idea. You know, he kind of gave us
right.
a couple suggestions, and what we came up with. It was so much fun.
And
So
we did that one, and then he had a workshop, which
I
was,
missed the
is that
workshop.
kind of your creative workshop writing? But literally, can you give us just a taste in a nutshell kind of thing of how you do this? Because I was on that. I know Nicole was on the leaders call, and she was also, you did the group, but I don't know if Dawn has really been part of it. You can, because I wanted, in the cases that I was on, I wanted to hear what the ending of the story was. So that's why, you draw people in. So how do you do that? Can you just give us in a couple minutes, 5 minutes or whatever?
Yeah. Do you want me to do a demonstration or just talk about it high level?
Well, I don't know. How long is the demonstration?
Oh, you tell me. What I will say about the workshop is that it's probably my favorite event, and I know that I'm the mystery, the murder mystery party guy, but this workshop leaves people with a completely different feeling. And Nicole, I've heard you get excited talking about it every time you've brought it up, and the same with Jennifer. What I do with that is systematize the process that I use to write murder mystery stories. And we go through that collaboratively as a group. So if there are 8 of us sitting down together, we'll actually write a full murder mystery game together. And everyone designs their own characters, and we brainstorm through all of the different story building elements on what makes the most sense and what people are in the mood for that day. And we build on each other's ideas. And what we end up with is something that's completely original, never been done before. And everyone that has gone through this process with me just feels giddy. It unlocks that childlike imagination that you don't get to dust off very often. And I can't say enough good things about that for people.
Yeah, Dawn, I don't think you were on any of those, were you? So.
No, I missed out on that. When Arec spoke to my group, we didn't go through the process. We just heard the high level, and then on the leaders call, I wasn't able to participate. So that sounds exciting. That sounds like something I'd like to see in action.
Yeah,
I can see where. Yeah, I can see where the enthusiasm for the process comes from. I can just imagine that.
yeah, you're basically at the end, you're like, not the end, but the end of the part that he did with our groups. And like I said, I'm kind of like, I want to know who did it and where they did it and how this ends, because I don't want to, it's like, okay, but the story is created as depending on the group, which is exactly why he's doing it.
Because you can decide, like, he gives you amazing prompts where you can decide if it's going to be like mystical, like Harry Potter, or if it's going to be, it's just really cool.
Yeah. So that's really cool. Well, thank you. We want to give you, Arec, the kind of the end, not the end, but the final thoughts you can say. And I didn't want to get to that and not really have given everybody a flavor of what you're doing, and I still think it's something they need to get on a call. I don't know if on your website, do you have like an example or a video or anything or yet, or?
Check Eventbrite periodically and you'll find me running that workshop, the demonstration for free from time to time. And it won't be the full experience. It'll be the experience that the two of you have gone through already. But I'll also be running full workshops through Eventbrite and also through corporate events and private parties for hire as needed. So feel free to get in touch if you would like to do something like that.
Yes, kind of fun. He said there was one that somebody had posted, and I think it was, I don't know what group it is, but I reposted it. I was like, yeah, I mean, so it is definitely, and I know that you're not the only one doing it out there, but you're the only one I know. So, hey, let's get it out there for him. So, but we will just, do you have final thoughts? I know we've kind of gone off on our little thing, but what would you like to leave everybody with? And we're just very happy that you could fit us into your schedule today. So the floor is yours. Take it away.
Thank you. I have a few mantras, and I want to share one of them with people who are still listening. And it's never stop climbing. Ever since I was a little kid, I was a tree climber. And I'm so grateful that my mom was the kind of mom that would let me climb trees. And to this day, she reminds me to never stop climbing. And it's taken on more meanings as I've gotten older and had more life experiences. But never stop taking risks. Never stop trying to improve. And don't ever lose that childlike part of you that wants to go out and climb trees.
Oh, I love it.
So awesome. So awesome.
Uh-huh.
One thing too that I wanted to add is when you did your presentation and the sample demo, team building, because I really, I think of like family and friends and we did it virtually and, so it's something that can be done virtually or in person, but team building, you always think of like an icebreaker or something, like a company having like a meeting, or something, how fun. So
absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think anybody on our leader call was negative, but I think they were kind of confused, like, okay, what's he gonna do? And then, I think then after, because that was really like what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I mean, and I just thought, boy, I think they were surprised. Not that anybody said anything prior to it, but I'm sure they were getting on like, what is he gonna do? And then, we're all,
You can even say it's better when that energy takes you by surprise and you weren't expecting it. And
yes,
exactly. So who doesn't need that right now? We all need it. Yeah, time to do some fun stuff. So great. Thank you. Take it away, Nicole. I'm sorry.
Well, thank you, Eric. We're so honored that
thank you so
were
much.
our guest.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. And we want to thank everybody for watching our show today. We would like to invite everyone to visit one of our 14 groups for free. Oh, check our website. We're having visitor days and it's real exciting, special days. Our website is www.ttrnetworking.com. And we love to meet you, build relationships, help each other's businesses grow. And until next time, may all your days be filled with authenticity. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you all.
guys.